नमस्ते दर्शकों, आज हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं विनोद कुमार जी जो हैं एक रिटायर्ड मिलिट्री ऑफिसर। नमस्ते विनोद जी।
Hello,
आप कैसे हैं?
all fine.
Should we start?
Sure.
I would like to know, मैं जानना चाहता हूं कि आप कहां से हैं और कहां बड़े हुए हैं?
You see, I was born in Punjab, a small place called Dhariwal, district Gurdaspur. This is a border area with Pakistan.
Right.
And I did my high school studies from Dhariwal. After that, went for college, DAV Jalandhar. And after doing my PU, I decided to join the engineering course, which I did in the Albagh Engineering College in electrical branch. And after that, I went for my job in army. I served in army for about 30 years.
Right.
And during that period, a lot of experience, different areas, almost all corners of India I served. So it was a wonderful journey. That's what all.
Can you tell me how do you get selected into the army?
That is a long process. You have to, you see, take an exam, and after that you have to appear for the SSB. That test goes for about 6-7 days, and once you are selected or shortlisted, then you go for the medical test. And once you clear that, after that there is a merit, the cutoff, and selected people, they get a call to join IMA, Dehradun. So I was selected and called there. I did a basic military training for 1 year.
Okay.
After that, I joined my unit.
Can you tell me the experience of getting into the army, and then what do you do once you're selected, and how does it work?
You see, it is very difficult to put these things into the words.
Right.
But you see, when you go to IMA, IMA is a real tough training. And that 1 year in IMA, you come to know what your body can do.
Okay.
And there is nothing which your body cannot do. You stay naked in sub-zero temperatures, very high temperatures. It really, your body can take everything. So that kind of a confidence they instill in you.
Okay.
And once you go through that rigmarole and all that, you are totally fit to serve all parts of India.
Okay.
Various temperatures, various atmospheres.
Right.
So that is how it is. So after that, my first posting was, I did a course in Devlali, Maharashtra, and then I was posted in Jalandhar.
Okay.
From there went to Sonamarg, almost all kind of places. Served for a very long period in Northeast, which was, at that point of time, it was a very, very disturbed area.
Right.
So it was a good experience.
Can you tell me what exactly do you do? Like what do you do in the military?
What do we do in the military? You see, military, for everything, you can be called for any kind of a mission.
Okay. Can you elaborate?
Like say, there can be some calamity, you can be called there.
Right.
Some insurgency is there, counter-insurgency role, you can be called there. The war with some enemy country. So you have to go through all these things.
Anything can come.
Anything, you can be called for any mission.
Right.
There is no restriction, and you are basically on duty 24/7. You can't say कि आज मैं छुट्टी पर हूँ, I am not available. So that kind of scenario is there.
Was your family happy with your job?
Yeah, I think I'm from an army background family,
Okay.
so this was all known what is in store for me. So I knew what I am doing, and there was no doubts in my mind when I did that, because I have seen my father in the military areas. I have seen most of the military camps before me joining the army. Then we are two brothers, we both joined army. You will be surprised to know that I have two daughters. One went for Air Force.
Okay.
She was pilot, now retired now. So I knew.
Can you tell me what are the living conditions? Are they fine or are they like bad?
You see, army personnel, they don't crib.
Okay.
आजकल तो फिर भी थोड़ा सा न्यू जनरेशन has come. In our times, problems were never discussed. Salaries were never discussed.
Okay.
Money is never discussed. So you are always happy then if these three problems are not there.
So were you living with your family or was it like away from your family?
Most of the time with family, but sometimes yes.
So your family was moving as you were moving?
Mostly we stayed together.
Right, okay.
Things, you see, originally there was a lot of problems, family joining in the field area and all that, but now slowly things changed, and lot of places, lot of field areas, the families were allowed.
Okay.
Of course, the living conditions were not all that great, but then you know how to enjoy, and
Right.
we had a nice time.
So I didn't understand. When you're in the army, you said you work in 24/7. Is it you're staying with the army people, like your troop or scout or whatever, or are you serving your 9 to 5 job and then you're going to your house?
You see, the army lives mostly in the cantonments or in field areas. They call it garrisons, right?
Okay, right.
So when you are in cantonments, that means it's a peace area. It's a civil area. You are surrounded by the civilians and all that. So in that places, you have some time for the army family also. But when you are in a field area, you practically, you are always on duty. Most of the time, except for when you're going for the sleep and all that, you are in uniform. You move around in the uniform with your guns and all that. So this is what it is. But yes, in the peace areas and civil areas, you are a little relaxed.
So how's life like in the military?
Life is great. Life is great. If I get 10 more births, I would request God kindly send me to army.
Right.
So that sums up.
Fascinating. Thanks. Let's move on. I'd like to know all your time in the army, all the time in your life. You've gone through so many different things, so many different scenarios. Can you share some of the learning that you've gained in all of these different places?
You see, firstly, when you are in army, you learn the comradeship. You see, you never work individually.
Okay.
You cannot work individually as better. You are always known by your unit. I am posted to a unit, say some field regiment. Okay. So I am known by that field regiment. I am officer of that field regiment, or I am Jawan of that field regiment. So that kind of a family, extended family kind of a scenario is there, and you live like a family.
Okay.
Unlike other professions, you will be surprised that if I had say 700 people working under me, they are all ready to take my orders, even fully knowing well that they are going to die. They may not survive after this, but they still take those orders, and that is what it is. So this is a unit. You never say कि I will not go, you go. So we whatever we do together. Joint responsibility. Of course, the orders, seniority, hierarchy is there. All juniors, they obey to their seniors. That's the beauty of army life. It's really wonderful that way. You see, wherever you are, you live like a family. You know everybody by name. कहाँ का रहने वाला है, उसके बच्चे कितने हैं, उसकी वाइफ कितनी, उसको क्या प्रॉब्लम है, कोई उनकी पर्सनल प्रॉब्लम क्या है. You know almost everything about your troops.
Right.
So that is the beauty of this profession.
Are you still in touch with, I mean, 35 years, have you had one friend who was consecutively there for a long time?
A lot of friends.
You do?
A lot of friends. Even we interact, even now.
You're still in touch with them? Nice, nice. So, when did you meet them?
You see, they keep calling. They keep. आजकल तो वो WhatsApp groups and all that they're there.
नहीं, मेरा मतलब था कि आप जब आर्मी में थे तो तब कौन से साल में आप उनसे मिले? आपके दोस्त से आप आर्मी में कौन से साल में मिले? और कितनी पुरानी आपकी फ्रेंडशिप?
नहीं, ये ऐसा नहीं होता है.
Okay.
आर्मी में you don't serve in one place. You don't serve in one unit. You after every 2 years or around that period, you are transferred.
Okay, so the whole troop is not transferred?
No.
Okay.
You are transferred. You go to some other unit.
Right.
This is one scenario. Sometimes the whole unit moves. Like say, no unit can stay in peace area forever. No unit can live in high altitude in snow forever.
Correct.
So sometimes the units move. You move with your unit. But most of the time, you are transferred individually from one unit to another unit to another location.
Right. Okay.
This is like that. तो उसमें your colleagues keep on changing. You don't have one office where you have the same colleagues for years together. ऐसा नहीं है. Normally, you see, you stay your colleagues with your colleagues for 1 year. Okay, either he is transferred or you are transferred. So normally, in one posting, you don't stay in one station for more than 2 years. So your colleagues keep on changing, friends keep on changing.
All right. For 35 years, from where did you rank? What was the highest rank that you reached?
I retired as a colonel.
So how can you explain how big of a position that is, or?
It's a colonel is a quite senior rank, and it conveys that you are commanding a unit.
And so you were commanding a unit.
As a colonel, you normally you would have commanded 1 unit or 2 units.
So you did, and how many people were in your unit?
I think 700, 600.
700, and all living in one place.
All living in one place.
Nice. Okay.
But sometimes it doesn't happen that way.
Okay.
Sometimes, in a unit you have got companies. So say you have 3 companies or 4 companies under you. So these 4 companies can be located in different places.
Right.
And sometimes it can be one company is Arunachal, one company is in Assam, one company is in Nagaland, like that. So that will happen.
Okay.
So it's like that.
Can you tell me some of the places that you've been through, been to, posted?
I served in Punjab. That was my first posting in Jalandhar
For
about 3 years, 4 years. And that was the first posting. And after 3 years, I was posted again in Jalandhar. So I stayed a little longer in Jalandhar.
Right.
And from Jalandhar, we went to Dhrangdara, Gujarat.
Okay.
Gujarat.
So you're staying in the middle of Gujarat, or you're going towards the border, touching Pakistan, touching other states
It was almost a border,
of Pakistan?
Pakistan.
Okay.
Almost. Kutch area, and then
Right.
Gujarat, Kutch area. Kutch area is a border. Gujarat shares a border with the Pakistan. Then northeast, I served in Assam, I served in Nagaland, I served in Arunachal. Shillong, Meghalaya also. So northeast I served for a quite long time.
Right.
So, different stations. In Assam also I served in 3-4 places.
So do you interact with the people living there, or are you always in your own place, away from the social life, from the lifestyle places?
No. You interact with the local senior officers.
Okay.
Like say, especially when you are in a counterinsurgency role, so you have to tie up with the senior civil officers. So you have to have a relationship with them.
Okay.
You meet around with them. Otherwise also, sometimes socially you would like to join their club, you would like to invite them to your club.
Totally.
So that way.
Have you met any famous personality like a president or a prime minister? Because 30 years, it's a tenure of 6 prime ministers, 6 presidents. You met a chief minister or something?
No, not exactly. You see, lot of politicians, we don't interact with the politicians. Army is little.
Politicians don't have control over the army.
Normally not.
So the prime minister has.
That's very senior people. President is a overall head of all defense
Right.
services, right? So prime minister take all decisions also take decisions. Then there is a defense minister, but we never come across those people. They deal with the hierarchy at Delhi. I have never served in Delhi.
Okay.
If I had served in Delhi, perhaps I would have got a chance to interact with them or meet them.
Alright, anything else you want to talk about? Just anything?
No, if I have to talk about army, then I would say that it's a wonderful organization. I would advise youth that at least when you are in schools or colleges, join NCC. You will know something about army, defense services and all that, and you will have some experience related to the defense services. So that is the beginning, and it may inspire you to join army at a later stages. So it's that way I would say that it's a nice way of knowing something about the defense services.
Awesome, it's been nice talking to you, Mr. Vinod.
Okay, thank you so much.
Today.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.